bedroom superstore.
Next up, I'm taking you inside the biggest Hollywood party of the year.
Well, you're in a good mood today.
It just got better.
I just got done roughing a basketball game for Dylan over at the center.
Yeah, well, I bet you worked up an appetite trying to keep those kids in line.
Ooh, that looks good and sinful. What is it?
Are you serious? You've never had fun before?
What can I say? I've led a sheltered life.
Well, we're just going to have to change that. It's a special Vega recipe. The only problem is once you try it, you can never get enough.
Well, I've read over your psychiatric evaluation, and I've gotten a crash course on DID from my sister.
I'm quite sure it's a lot to take in all at once. Forgive me if I keep repeating myself, but I really am very grateful to you for taking my case.
Well, there is one major problem.
What is that?
I don't want to alarm you.
Oh, Nora, please.
Well, basically, we have to establish for the court that you were mentally unbalanced enough to kill your father without your knowing about it way back when, and at the same time, we have to prove to the court that you're sane enough now to go free.
Well, thank you very much for dropping by my gloves.
Do you mind if I come in?
Actually, normally I wouldn't, but I...
Great.
This really is not a good time, Joe.
I've got no plans.
That wasn't what I meant.
Well, then how about just a cup of coffee? Better yet, I'll set up for a cappuccino.
This should do it. Have this typeset for me and sent back as soon as possible.
Are you sure you don't want Briggs to help you with all this?
No, I don't. It's up to me now to make sure the coverage packs as much punch as it did when Todd was running the business. And I know exactly who is going to fill the first punch.
Yeah, Blair was pretty off the wall. In fact, she was downright bitter. Luna used to say that all that venom that Blair's spewing one day is going to come back and bite her, but I just couldn't believe what she was telling me. One minute she's sitting there going, yeah, Marty, she paid Patrick Thornhart to kill Todd. And then the next thing you know, she's telling me that you and Patrick Thornhart shared a room together in Ireland. Did you?
Dylan knows.
Did you and Patrick Thornhart share a room together?
Yes, we did.
I don't believe this.
No, let me explain.
No! You said you told me everything.
You said, no, we don't have anything together, me and Patrick Thornhart. What, now you're telling me you're lying?
No, you don't understand. There is nothing between Patrick and me. Let me explain.
No, don't bother with
Please,
it, buddy.
don't go.
Kelly.
Yes. What are you doing here?
Oh, I just came to see if Joey wanted to come visit my mom with me later.
How's she doing?
Okay, I guess. She misses us a lot, though, you know?
You missed her, too. Well, as far as Joey goes, I don't have a clue where he is.
Which is just the way he wants it. What do you mean?
Never mind.
Kelly, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's your brother I'm worried about.
Why, did something happen to him?
Not yet. But I have a feeling Joey's headed for some real trouble.
I thought you were helping Kelly with her shopping. Something about CDs, right?
I wasn't in the mood.
Uh-huh. Well, you and Kelly always seem to have such a wonderful time together.
It's not gonna work, Dorian, so quit trying to distract me.
Trying to distract you, honestly. I have no idea what you're talking about. I do know, though, that I am very busy.
As busy as you were on New Year's? Sorry, I heard about your wonderful date with Kelly. Why are you trying to push me away, Dorian?
I'm sorry. I just didn't think there was any point in the two of us sharing a bottle of wine on New Year's Eve. I felt like sparing us both.
Sparing us from what?
Raking over the past.
All right. We won't. But there's no harm in a friendly visit now, is there? Perhaps over a plate of a little antipasto? What do you say, old time sake?
You know, I got the recipe from a box of my father's that my mother kept.
I've never had anything like it.
And well, they still talk about how good it was.
Hmm?
You know, this is the kind of flan they used to serve when my parents used to run this kind.
No sé cómo lo hicimos en ti, Toño.
Pues eso le estoy dando mente.
Tú puedes hacer más que el plan de tu papá, si tú fueras el dueño.
Eso no quisiera.
Yo también.
What was that about?
Juanita and her husband, Jaime. They're going to be moving down to Florida to retire.
And that's a good thing, though, right?
Well, they're planning on selling the diner.
You're not worried about losing your job, are you? I mean, the new owners could certainly use somebody like you to show them how to run the place.
You know, when I was a kid, before the gangs, I used to come in here. Things were so different. I mean, my parents had this place really nice. And my mother always had this big smile on her face. She was so proud. You know, she still dreams about getting this diner back. And I would do anything to see that smile on her face again.
Well, maybe you can, if you buy the diner yourself.
Yeah, right. Like I could ever get my hands on that type of money legally.
Well, what kind of money are you talking about?
How does $225,000 sound?
Oh, that is steep. But you can do just about anything. If you want it bad enough.
You know, maybe that works for you.
Works for you, too. What about a small business loan?
In case you haven't noticed, we're living in real life here. All right? I'm an ex-con lucky to be bussing tables for a living. My mother spends half the time scrubbing floors for some rich lady on the other side of town. So don't tell me there's always a way. Because they don't give us that kind of money.
It's holding up pretty good. No peeling, no chipping.
You did a very good job.
Considering I didn't know much about painting a house when you first hired me.
Didn't show.
That's because you made me believe I could do anything. You taught me a lot, Doreen. About color, about design. And I used to try so hard to impress you. Did you know I would change my shirt at least 3 times before coming over here? I'd drive my car here about half an hour early and just sit there. And then I'd try to, stroll real cool up to the house, pretending like I just arrived. That was pretty goofy.
You were wonderful. And you still are. Oh, I should have known way back that using you to get revenge on your mother would backfire. It's Carlotta's day off.
We've managed without her before.
I'll go see what's in the pantry.
I was wondering if we were going to see you today.
Sorry I'm late. I got tied up with an Irish fugitive. Nice to see you, Vicky.
You.
Can we get you anything? Do you want some coffee or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Then let's get to it. Vicky wants to be part of the talks.
I don't really think that there's anything you need to say to Nora that you can't say to me as well. I won't, break.
You heard her.
All right, then. Well, here's the deal. The way I see it, we have 2 choices. First being, we can go to trial. You'll enter a plea of not guilty, and we just go to it, no holds barred.
Right.
But a trial could be a long and drawn-out process, which would cost the Commonwealth a lot of money. But more than that, I'm concerned about you, Vicky, and your family. If we do go to trial, the press can turn your life into a media circus I think we all could do without.
What's your point, Hank?
Personally, I feel that Vicky has suffered enough. But because you confessed to murdering your father, I can't let that go.
I don't think anyone expects you to do that.
What is the second choice, Hank?
Pleading not guilty by reason of insanity, in which case the Commonwealth would forego prosecution And that way, you would only be required to go before a judge for a ruling.
Okay, thank you very much, Hank. I guess if those are my options, then I don't have much choice.
Wait a second, Vicky, before you... Let's not decide this too quickly, all right? I want you... Something I think you need to be very clear on. Opting for an insanity plea does not constitute an acquittal. I mean, depending upon the judge's ruling, how many reviews are stipulated, you could be placed in psychiatric custody for the rest of your life.
You know, there's a chance my Aunt Dorian and Joey could get back together.
What?
No way. No, I mean it. The truth's out about your grandfather. I mean, it's only a matter of time. Don't forget, she was the love of his life.
Kelly, she's way too old for him. You have to stop him.
Me?
Yes. I mean, Kelly, he's not going to listen to his little baby sister. And Kevin's not around, so you're the only one that can get to him.
Yeah, well, forget that. I mentioned it to him today at the mall, practically free.
What did he say?
To butt out of his life, like forever.
But you guys are such good friends. I mean, you can't let Dorian ruin that.
I don't know what Joey and I are anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, like 1 minute, he's this drill sergeant, you know, ordering me around to keep the barracks clean. And then the next, he's planting this big Brazilian kiss on me, you know?
Wait a second. Wait a second, Kelly. You kissed my brother?
I know. I could hardly believe it myself, but he was so hot.
Oh, my gosh. I really don't want to hear this.
Yes, you are so conventional.
Okay, say you and my brother were to get together. Isn't he a little too young for you?
Okay, yes, it is true. In the past, I have preferred older, more experienced men, but Joey has grown so much since we've been hanging out. Then again, knowing your brother, he probably thinks I'm too young for him.
Well, at least if you guys got together, that'd keep him away from Dorian. And hey, me and you could double date. Me, you, Kristen, and Joey.
Okay, I don't even know why we were talking about this. Even if I did like him, there's no way this is going to work out.
Why? Because of the fight you had today?
Jessica, he hates me.
No, he doesn't, Kelly. Joey just doesn't like to be told what to do by anybody. Trust me, he'll come around. Maybe all he needs is a little push.
Comprender lo que siento yo, tanto que ya no puedo soportar.
Do you remember this? I was invited to a dance at the country club, and I told you I wasn't going to go because I had 2 left feet. And you said, you teach me.
I do remember that you turned 20 different shades of red the first time I put my hands on you.
Well, I was in love. It was probably the first time I realized it. You know, I'll never forget the first time you touched me. First time we kissed.
Well, this is the best that I could do.
You know, I'm a much better dancer now, thanks to you.
With a sad lament, my dreams are faded like a broken melody. While the gods alive look down and laugh at what romantic fools we mortals be. And now I find my love was not for you, and so I take it back with a sigh for pity.
take a look at it. No, Lou. This is not what I want. I don't want this at the bottom.
How did you get in? I'm sorry, Mrs. Manning. You're going to have to...
Let go of me and shut the door on your way out.
It's all right, Liz. I can handle Miss Saybrook.
The way you handled Dylan.
What did you tell him?
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
What are you trying to do to me?
What Nora says is true, Vicky. In a case like yours, when the defendant's mental health is naturally in question, but there's always a chance that the judge could rule to keep you hospitalized, at least for the near future, maybe longer. You see, the court would need to feel fairly certain none of the destructive alters would ever show up again.
Oh, I see. This isn't a decision that has to be made this minute, you know.
I have made the decision. Hank is quite right. A trial would put my family through hell, and I'm not going to let that happen to them again. I did kill my father. I was not sane at the time. So, pleading not guilty by reason of insanity seems to be the only logical choice. I guess I'm just going to have to hope that the judge will take into account the progress that I have made in therapy since way back then and realize that I am well enough to go home.
I think we should take more time with this and, you know, give it some more thought.
I have thought about it.
All right, then. I'll notify the judge.
I wish you wouldn't do this. You know, we have a very strong case. Given the physical and emotional trauma inflicted on you by your father, there's not a jury in this country that would convict you.
It doesn't change what I did.
Vicky, you are a helpless child when that sexual abuse started with nowhere to run. You had no hotlines, no counselors, no forums in which to have a discussion on how to stop the abuse, let alone survive it. The jury will be sympathetic.
I really appreciate everything you're trying to do for me. I swear to you I do. But I cannot in good conscience stand up in a court of law and try and defend my killing my father on the grounds that he deserved it because of what he did to me. Nothing justifies murder. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Not even that.
Well, you're a woman of rare integrity, Vicky. I see it more now in this minute than I ever have. I guess I'm just going to have to make a judge see through my eyes.
Can't believe you're giving up like this.
Yeah, we'll believe it. What about you, huh? I thought you were going to talk to Bo Buchanan about being reinstated. Well, I don't see no badge.
I lost my nerve. All right, the truth is, I don't know. I mean, I've been feeling kind of... Lately, even the thought of a gun makes me worry. You know, I mean, what if I do go back onto the force and when crunch time comes, I freeze up because of what happened with
Look,
my kid?
you had to shoot. That's what cops do. Is protect people. Look, you told me how hard you had to work to get in the force. Where your dream came true, you did it. Now, don't let one lousy night blow everything. I can't believe you're giving up on this.
Do I hear an echo here? Maybe it's hard for both of us to take that leap of faith, you know? I'll make you a deal. I'll check out about getting reinstated if you'll find out about a bank loan.
Deal.
Dylan. Dylan, you look awful. What's wrong?
I found out Marty's just like the rest of them.
What am I doing to you? Marty, that's rich. Considering you're the reason my husband is dead.
Would you mind telling me what you're trying to accomplish by telling Dylan I share a room with Patrick in Ireland, not to mention plastering it all over the front page?
Marty, I'm just trying to run a newspaper here. And I just want to give the public exactly what they want. And right now, they are very interested in your little affair with that wanted killer.
You have no right.
Are you denying that you shared a room with
It's none of your business.
Oh, you did share a room with them.
Why are you doing this? Do you really think that ruining my relationship with Dylan is going to make you feel better about the fact that Todd is dead?
I didn't have anything to do with ruining your little fairy tale romance with Dylan. You did that all by yourself when you went to bed with a fugitive.
How dare you?
You know, Marty, I just call it the way that I see it. And what I see is a desperate woman who dumped her boyfriend, goes off to Ireland, and then shacks up with a cold-blooded killer. And now she's just trying to deny it ever happened.
You have no idea what you're talking about. And you are wrong to print that piece of garbage in your pathetic excuse for a newspaper.
I love it. Why is it every time I tell the truth about you whoring around, I end up being the villain? See, I seem to remember a few things about you that even you don't remember about yourself. Like the time that you tried to seduce the minister of St. James Church. And oh yeah, I do believe that Blair got reamed out about that. Cassie, my cousin, the minister's wife, she jumped all over me because I finally told the truth about good old Marty. Well, now the whole world is going to see you for the slut you really are.
Don't you understand? That no matter what you do to get even with me, it's never going to bring Todd back.
Don't you think I know that? Don't you think that every time I feel this little girl move inside me, that it doesn't hit me? That her daddy is never going to know what it feels like to hold her? God, I hate you, Marty. I hate you! Taking him away for the only happiness he's ever known, for playing on his guilt, and for getting him messed up in the murder that you shacked up with. Let go. God, let go. Let go, Mace. Look at yourself. God, I wish that Todd could have seen you the way that you really are, the way that I see you, not the way that he thought that you were, some little lady of the manor that he tarnished. Just look, Marty. Could have just seen you for the horror that you are inside of yourself. And maybe he wouldn't have wasted his life trying to make up for what he did to you. Just look! Stop it! He was so obsessed with you that he left me on my wedding day, the day after my wedding, to go be with you. He wanted to be with you so much. So much. Oh, my God. It all... Don't you see it? It all makes sense now.
Dylan, listen, you know how much Blair hates Marty. She'd say anything to hurt her.
Yeah, well, this time she's telling the truth. Marty lied to me. She said, oh, no, there's nothing going on between me and Patrick.
Right, Dylan, look, I know this is really hard for you. But even if there was something between
Marty and Patrick. I mean, you guys were broken up before she even went to Ireland.
Oh, and that's supposed to make up for the whole time she was lying to me since she's been back?
No,
I don't think so.
All I'm saying is that she didn't mean to hurt you. She wouldn't have done something like that.
Why are you even defending her? I know what happened between you and your sister. And I know what happened between me and my wife. And I will never forgive her for that. Ever.
Okay, Dylan, right. You're right. Pain like that might never go away, but there is a chance. Just come on. Marty loves you. She loves you, and you love her, and you can get past this. Come on, you can work through it.
You know what? I'm not gonna have to get past this, Andy. Because I'm sure as hell gonna make sure it never happens again. Excuse me.
What's wrong with Dylan? His basketball team lose the championship or something?
Who knows? And why are you all dressed up?
I had a job interview, and I start today. Get this. At police headquarters.
You want to work for the 5-0?
Hey, why not? Anyway, it looks like you're not the only one Bo Buchanan comes through for. He fixed it up.
Congratulations.
Thanks. So, are you going to the party tonight at church? Para los tres Reyes Magos?
I heard San Judas is doing it up.
Yeah. I like it when people from the neighborhood get together. You know? Maybe we can go. Celebrate the holiday and my new job. Oh, meet me at police headquarters when you get off here, okay? I'll show you my new workstation.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. It'll be fun. Anyway, you'll probably see a whole bunch of people you haven't seen from high school, like Inez de Santo.
You got a thing about that girl.
I just want to be there to see the look on your face when you see what a cow she became after you dumped her.
Yeah, well, I don't think I want to see that.
I'd invite your friend, but like I said, it's a neighborhood party, and, well, she wouldn't understand a word of what we're saying, you know.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right. I'll come get you.
I'll be waiting.
Joe, please. Come on, you really got to go, okay? And no more talking about second chances.
Who's talking? That kiss told me everything I need to know.
Joe. Please. Oh. What we had was beautiful. And magical. And, you know, that kind of thing just happens once in a lifetime. You're young, and you don't see that. But I do. It would be a tragic mistake for us to try and recapture what we had.
You're wrong. The feeling's there, Dorian. I know it. And all we have to do is give in.
Don't miss General Hospital 96.
Will drunk driving end in tragedy?
You may have killed your brother.
Will revenge turn to insanity?
Did you really think you could just walk away, Kath, and leave me to hang?
Everything changes in 96 on General Hospital.
Money, what's the word, Hank?
Well, believe it or not, she said Fitzwater was actually sympathetic. She said going to trial would be a big mistake, and she agreed to accept the insanity plea. But there's one stipulation. She wants to hear the case today.
Is she crazy?
No, she's booked. Now, it's either that, or we wait for 3 months to get on her schedule. And Vicky stays on a locked ward.
Well, now, wait a minute. We can't possibly go to and have a hearing today. I mean, Vicky may have to have another psychological evaluation. I have to prove that her alters are no threat anymore. This order's going to have to wait.
No.
No.
No, I want to do it now.
You have had a very devastating realization.
I don't want to wait.
I want to make sure that you are strong enough.
I'm not going to be any stronger in 3 months than I am right now. Or any more determined. You don't understand. I have to have my life back. I've lost so much of it already. My family needs me. And I need them now.
Go for it. But you better be prepared. Because this will be the biggest battle of your life.
Look at this. Look at this. I might as well just give him a plate of charcoal croquettes. Why do I try? Look, I can't pretend to be Susie Homemaker for Joey or anybody else.
Kelly, stop this. You don't have to pretend to be anybody. Just be yourself. I mean, my brother's got eyes, at least a half a brain, but all he has to do is realize how much you care.
Yeah, but what if the chemistry I think is there just turns out all to be in my head?
Kelly, stop. Listen, I want you to go upstairs, okay, and put on something totally fabulous and surprise him. As it is, he'll be surprised about how clean this place is.
Oh, Jess, it looks great. Thank you.
And you will, too. Just be yourself, okay? And not like Dorian.
Okay. I will give it a shot. I will be myself. Of course, I would be better at being myself if I wore that black new hot top I bought today. Oh, my gosh, I think Aunt Doreen took it home with her today by mistake.
Oh, Kelly, you got plenty of gray clothes.
No. This top is exactly what I need. Listen, I'm going to run over to Aunt Doreen's and see if she has it. Okay? Bye. Okay. I will be back. Woo! Joe, this has been a big mistake. Now, you really have to go.
Just tell me something honestly, Dorian. Can you honestly tell me that you don't love me anymore? Because if you don't, I promise I'll never bother you again.
I can't. Oh, God help me.
Claire, you don't know what you're saying.
Look at us!
Don't you see it? Look, Marty. The only reason Todd thought that he loved me was because I reminded him of you. Well, not anymore.